Hello, my name is Carlos Taboada, and I am running to occupy a seat in the West Contra Costa Unified School District Governing Board. I have been a teacher and a counselor in our district for 21 years, and I want to talk about charter schools. First of all, what are charter schools? Well, charter schools are publicly financed but privately run schools. Okay, let's repeat that. Publicly financed with our tax dollars, but privately run schools. They are not public schools. Let's make that very clear. They are not public schools. Their argument to be in public schools is as follows. They argue that the money that the state provides to our district to educate the children in the 6 cities that make up West Contra Costa USD does not belong to the district, but that it belongs to the parents. And so the parents, exercising their freedom of choice, send their kids to charter schools. That's a faulty, flawed argument, okay, to begin with. So just let's leave it at that. It's a flawed argument. Okay? They are not public schools. Now, what are we going to do about it? What are we doing about it? Well, I think that before we can even think about doing something about it, we should keep this in mind. Charter schools have the backing of the law. Okay, so in a way, from my point of view, they are like segregated schools at the time of racially segregated schooling in our country. Okay, they had the law, they were legal, but we had to stand up against them. We had to fight back, and there was no one that I remember that said, well, some segregated schools are good schools, so let's leave them segregated. The same thing could be said about our charter schools. There are no good charter schools, okay? They are using our tax dollars to subsidize a corporate educational reform project. What are we doing about it? Well, our legislators want to change the law. That's very good that they want to change the law. But let me tell you what's happening. Every piece of legislation that has been passed has been either vetoed or has not even made it to a vote. I'm talking about legislation like SB 808, a legislation that we needed that said only local school board approval is needed. Well, that died. AB 1360, that prohibited charter schools admission discrimination and demanded due process for student discipline. That piece of legislation rests in peace. AB 1478, requiring charter schools to have the same transparency and accountability as public schools. May that one rest in peace also. So what should we do? Well, we should stand up to the law, okay? We should challenge the law, and we should question the law, because following this law is driving us to bankruptcy. What kind of bankruptcy? Well, not just academic bankruptcy, but financial bankruptcy. A recent study was made in the San Diego, Oakland, and a third school district that escapes me now. They found out that Oakland is subsidizing the charter school project to the tune of $57 million. By my own calculations, our district is subsidizing the charter school project to the tune of $30 million per year. This is a serious handicap. I don't see how we're going to make it out of the 2020 or 2022 roadmap that our superintendent has laid out for us. It is as if you entered a marathon race with one leg tied behind you. Okay? We are not going to make it. So we need to make a stand against charter schools, challenge them, and join forces with other districts throughout California that have taken a stand to fight back this corporate project and to fight for the interests of our students in our public schools. Thank you.